You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, we have got Drew Cain smug because he thinks he is about to be the new owner of the Quartermain Mansion and is already planning to throw all the other Qs out. But I suspect he might get a swift kick coming from karma and all his big plans may fall through. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to talk about how Drew might lose his chance to buy the mansion, and then we'll find out who Monica really left the Q mansion to in her real actual will. But first, please hit that subscribe button if you're not already following us. So right now, Ronnie is being forced to sell the Quartermain Mansion to Drew because Martin threatened her with prison if she doesn't do what he says. Ronnie does not want to sell to Drew, but that's what you get for conspiring with Martin. Really, Ronnie is like everybody else in Port Charles. She does not like Drew, and she knows that he is not a good person. Plus, other than Tracy, we've seen that Ronnie likes the Quartermain family, and she does not want to betray them. Unfortunately, Martin is not leaving her any choice. Hot on the heels of the lawyer telling Ronnie she has to sell the mansion to his client, Drew showed up at the house, and he announced that Ronnie agreed to sell to him. And of course, everybody was upset. Tracy flipped out the most. She chewed Ronnie a new one, said she dishonored her sister Monica's memories. Ronnie was, of course, flustered and said she didn't want to be involved in all the Quartermain drama, so she's going to sell and leave Port Charles. And of course, she can't tell them that Martin's blackmailing her, so Ronnie has to make excuses and play along and then just try to get out of this. Here's what I suspect may happen. This week, there are official GH spoilers saying Cody gets some legal advice, possibly from Molly. And by the end of the week, General Hospital spoilers say Drew has a big setback. So maybe Cody finds a way to stop Drew from getting the Q mansion. Maybe he talks to Molly about some facet of inheritance law or something. We do know Cody is really close to Tracy, and he absolutely despises Drew. Ever since Cody found out Drew was sleeping with Nina while seducing Willow away from Michael, you know, he has hated the guy. So I think it'd be great if Cody found a way to shut down the creepy congressman. But even if Drew doesn't get messed up by Cody, it seems like something is going to fall apart based on the spoiler about a setback for Congressman Cutthroat. So I just wonder if Drew is going to give Ronnie a big pile of cash for the mansion, literally millions of dollars, and she takes the money and runs. I mean, obviously, she's got to split it with Martin, but Ronnie's not going to stick around Port Charles since she doesn't want to get busted for fraud. So we'll see if Cody turns up some sort of way that Drew can't actually close on the house. Or maybe he buys it and then the sale is canceled retroactively. You know, obviously, it's going to come out that Ronnie didn't really inherit the house, and that means she couldn't legally sell it to Drew. In the end, not only could he lose a pile of cash because of Martin's scheme, but Drew most certainly is not going to wind up with the Quartermain estate in the long run. Plus, you know, Tracy, Michael, and the others are going to rub it in Drew's face when it all blows up on him. And that would be just a delicious, delicious slap from karma. Eventually, we're going to find out who Monica really left the Q house to in her original will. Right now, we don't know what was really in that document, though, because Martin altered it. All we know is that Monica left Ronnie the locket and nothing else because Martin spelled that out. So let's get into who is going to actually end up with the Quartermain Mansion once the dust settles, because it most assuredly will not be Drew Cain. Be sure to stick around till the end to hear the most shocking outcome from Monica's real will, though. First of all, we know Tracy wanted Michael to have the house, but maybe instead it went to the person that Monica considers her one last living child. Maybe she left the house to Jason Morgan. Remember, Monica always wanted Jason to come back home and be part of the Q family again. And now that he finally has, maybe Monica decided to leave the house to Jason to ensure that he would stay. Plus, Alan bought the house and he is Jason's bio dad. So I think Monica leaving it to Jason is possible, but it's not the soapiest outcome. So the second thing, Monica might have left the Q house equally to the grandkids. Maybe she left it in a trust with Jason as the executor until all of the grandkids come of age. Monica's grandkids are Danny, Scout, Jake, and Michael. So maybe they co-own it and each of them gets a quarter of the house. But maybe Monica decided to go another route and instead she left the house to Ned and Olivia as the next generation's matriarch and patriarch of the Quartermain family, knowing that they would obviously take care of everybody. Monica might see them as the next generation, Edward and Lila, and left the mansion to them with the caveat that any Quartermain who wants to live there is welcome, excluding Drew, of course. There is no doubt Ned and Olivia would keep the Q Mansion as a warm and loving home open to all the family if Monica had left it to them. And you know, if Olivia and Ned got the place, Olivia would hurry up and add that pizza oven she's been wanting for so long. And remember, stick around to the end, because that's when I'm going to give you the wildest and soapiest option. But one more before then. Consider whether Monica left the Q estate to Michael just like Tracy wanted. I mean, maybe she did. If you remember, Tracy was talking about how Michael was the apple of Monica's eye. So yeah, maybe she did what Tracy suggested and left it to AJ's only child. Tracy would be thrilled if the Q Mansion went to Michael and his kids because, of course, Tracy would still live there and get to boss everybody around. And obviously, she'd love for Michael to get it. But here's the thing I really wanted to get to, the most soapy and dramatic option. What if Monica actually left the house to Tracy? You know how much Monica loved to tell Tracy that Alan left the mansion to her. Monica rubbed it in Tracy's face all the time over the years. She tossed her out of the house more than once. So maybe Monica decided to undo some of that old animosity and she left Tracy the mansion for as long as she lives. And then the ownership would revert to Michael, who is Monica's one and only biological grandchild once Tracy is gone. Honestly, that's what I would really like to see, for Monica to leave it to Tracy to honor that sisterhood that she and Monica grew into over the years, but more recently in these recent years. Tracy would be so touched and Michael would still eventually get the estate in kind of a generational inheritance. This is the option I'm really hoping for.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.